Hello, hello
Hi,
Tilly.
MyAnna, how are you doing?
I'm really well, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Now, we caught up with you on the red carpet for Twilight a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, you did.
Since then, it's done amazingly well, both here and in the US. Were you expecting it to do so well?
I think with Twilight, you always know that there's a big chance that it will do very well. What I think has been, in a way, more exciting, although don't get me wrong, I love Twilight and I'm very excited to be a part of that, but I think it's even more exciting to be here tonight celebrating this little fabulous film called Kill List, which was such a joy to make. I mean, genuinely, I mean that. It was one of the best things I've done in my career so far. And to celebrate that tonight by having 6 nominations is, I think this is the best night of my year so far, without a doubt.
What first attracted you to Kill List?
Well, Ben Wheatley and Amy Jump, who'd written it, approached me and said that they'd written this part for me, which, you know, I mean, it's one of the greatest forms of flattery you could ever get. And then when I read the script and realised that she was this really interesting 3-dimensional character, you know, who was watching her husband spiral into this incredibly dark and disturbing depression, I mean, I was over the moon. It was just the best kind of part to be given, really.
How does it differ working on British independent films than doing sort of the big Hollywood blockbusters? Is there a bit more sort of scope for kind of input and sort of taking your time with it?
I think taking your time, not necessarily, because you don't have a lot of time to actually make the films. You're under those sorts of constraints. But I do think there's a kind of creativity and imagination that's born out of being restricted financially or in terms of sets or in terms of locations or costume or whatever it might be. That is really interesting to work in.
Brilliant. And other than Kill List, have there been any other sort of British independent films this year that you've really enjoyed?
I have to admit Tyrannosaur has been one of my favourites. It just really blew me away, and I just thought it was a fantastic directorial debut. So yeah, but that's not all. I mean, I'm always impressed. I'm impressed with all the nominations this year.
Brilliant. Well, best of luck for tonight.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice evening. You too.